Welcome back to the goalie training series. Today we're going to be talking about the less pretty, less fun side of the game, which is analyzing your gameplay and distinguishing what you need to work on and how to get better. Um, so from this comes rapid improvement because a lot of people they'll start learning slowly. They'll kind of realize over time, oh, okay, that's what I need to do. But realistically, the best way to improve is every mistake that's made, just kind of think to yourself, what could I have done better? And there are ways to work on that. Obviously, sometimes it's not always your fault as a goalie. Everything is savable if it's going towards the net, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that everything is an easy save or that there's a quick fix to that. But the one thing I want to start talking about, which happened to me early on in my career when I first started playing, was this near side post. I would constantly let up. So I would have the puck here. As you can see, there's some space on the near post, and I would get beat like that a lot. So I noticed in my head, I was like, okay, analyzing the play, they keep scoring on me on these like outside shots. Why? Well, because I'm leaving my inside post open. So I would cover my inside post. But I would cover it too much to the point where, okay, now there's a lot on the far side. And obviously that's what shooters notice. They notice this is open, they're going to shoot there. So that's what they started noticing. So they would take the puck and they would shoot it far side, and I would be too far in, especially then. And I would be covering too close. And then I realized, oh hey, they're shooting that side. I definitely need to move. Um, so basically, what the point of that is of that scenario is to notice tendencies. If you keep noticing that shots are going to your right or shots are going to your left, that means you probably need to move that way. For me, it was short side, near side. Short side being the closer side to you at the time. Obviously, if you're in the middle, there's no short side alongside. But if I move over to the right, short side, long side. Um, so obviously, I noticed, oh hey, I'm letting up a lot of short side goals, which means I was playing too far in. So I needed to play, out more so that my short side was covered. So learning things like that, kind of analyzing your gameplay to really discover, okay, this is what I'm doing wrong, is super important. Um, if you notice on breakaways, oh hey, I'm trying to cut back, but they're just going around me super fast. It means you might be out of your goal a little too much, If you're meeting a guy at a breakaway here, when he's got space, per se, he's about 3-4 blocks out. If you're just crouched here, and he goes around, because one hit of the puck, if I try and slide to that, he's still well outside of me. So realizing in that scenario, oh hey, I'm too far out on these breakaways. Maybe once they get to this point, I should be backing up a little. Or you can meet him at the point, Obviously try different things, see what works, and then analyze that. So analyzing your gameplay like that, understanding why everything works the way it does is super important. Basically, this video is just kind of telling you, hey, based on everything else you've seen, everything else you watched, and everything you should understand, and your personal experience, what could you be doing differently to make yourself better? Obviously, once you get to the BHL level, your positioning can only get you so far. So far as in like very far, but your positioning can only get you so far, and you will need to learn how to glove somewhat consistently once you get to the higher levels. But understanding your positioning, not just side to side, but forward to back, and being able to look out for passes or other angles is also super important. So when you're analyzing your game, this video is kind of just telling you to focus on one part of your game or one thing that you notice happening, and ask why, and kind of figure it out. Obviously, if you need help with it, ask other goalies in the community. A lot of people are super helpful. Um, it's like nobody really guards a whole lot of secrets. It's just being able to ask the right questions sometimes. You know, because a lot of the times people ask BHLers, "Hey, how do I get better at crit chaining?" A lot of the times they just say, "Hit the puck," you know, and you don't understand as a new player. Oh, I actually just have to like hit the puck like consistently to get it. You know, they don't understand that. So you need to ask the right questions as a goalie. If you say, "Hey, I noticed they keep beating me on like super fives far side," you know, and you're like, "What can I do?" I would tell you, well, you can go to the ping machine, practice the super five machine. Also, maybe you're playing too far in, or you're playing too far short side, like I was earlier. So that's kind of it for the analyzing video. Really, just this isn't the pretty side of BHL, but this is a very important skill to learn if you want to get better. And I think a lot of the top guys, they do it without knowing. And usually after each goal, I kind of look back at it in my head and I play back. Oh, could I have done this differently? What could I have done differently? Was I too in? Was I too out? Stuff like that. But yeah, once you start getting the hang of it and experimenting with things in practice, you should be able to get better as a goalie. So that's it for the analyzing video. And yeah, have a good one.